Oh my god, I did it again. I forgot to run my VTube Studio. Hold on. Let me enable myself. I forgot. Missing in action, yeah. Oh, my BGM is also missing. Okay, now it's not. Hi Leo, welcome, welcome. Yeah, slightly spicy stream. I mean, it's not that spicy, but also I've always been an opinionated person, and I've always done this kind of thing, so it might be like new to some people who are new to my streams, but for people who watch my YouTube channel, this is like entirely on brand. I do want to play Genshin later, but I also wanted to use it as an opportunity to talk about like some stuff regarding Genshin. Also, why is my tracking missing now? Hello? Hello? Why is my face paralyzed? Hi? Okay, cool. Yay, my face works now. Lovely jubbly. We love to see it. Okay. Yeah, so hello everyone. Sorry for the scuff start, although you all must be used to it by now. How are you doing? Yeah, so we'll be doing some gaming in a bit, but I also wanted to do some yapping, because for once I have the energy. Yan, hi. Thank you for the headpat. Wait, hold on. I had the headpat thing. Is this one? No. Was this one? Yeah. Thank you for the headpat. Hi. Self-worm. Exactly. Self-worm. Leo, you're just obsessed with worms. You did play yourself again. Bow before me, worm. Oh my god. You know, out of all the things Genshin has done, I mean, I still think Scaramouche is the best thing they've ever created, but especially his line with the worm. You're obsessed with worms. I'm not obsessed with worms. I just made it a joke on my channel. You're the one who made it into a meme. I feel like you're the one who popularized it. I'm not obsessed with worms, I'm obsessed with mushrooms. Well, I guess I'm kind of obsessed with just like living things in general, but... Oh my god! Oh! You finally saved up for the worm. You finally saved up enough for the worm, now I have to do it. Hold on, I forgot how to do it. Is it this one? Yeah! You happy now, Leo? You happy now? Are you happy now that you got what you wanted? Yes, you're satisfied. Good. Good. We don't want anybody to be unsatisfied here. We want everyone to be happy. So if this is what it takes to make my community happy, I shall become a worm as many times as necessary. I mean, I do think it's really funny. I kind of love it. I made an emote as well that is a worm, and I'm kind of... I mean, it's just like a screenshot of this, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. I think it's amazing. I'm still working on all the other emotes. But especially these two together, they just... they just go hard. Right. Okay, so, shall we get into the spicy content? Mostly because I don't actually have that much time, because my housemate, who has been out and about traveling for the past like couple months or so, was cursed the emotes. I like them, I think they're adorable. Also, did the worm was the worm command by itself not cursed enough for you, but the emotes are cursed? I don't understand you. Anyway, yeah, so my roomie is coming back in like an hour and a half or so. And then bringing a friend over as well, so we're gonna have a guest, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. So speedrun stream. It's the cursed I'm used to. Good. You better get used to cursed content. There's a lot more where that came from. You were socializing, yeah. But honestly, I've not socialized in like a week, so it's okay. I don't really mind, because it's been a while. Actually, sorry, just give me 1 minute, 1 second. Oh yeah. Yay, socializing then. Yeah, well, I don't actually know what friend they're bringing over, but at this point I'm just used to them bringing random people over all the time, so it's fine. I'm sure they'll be cool. Oh yeah, also I did cave and make a Discord, by the way, but there's like nothing there right now, because yeah, there's like nobody there, so feel free to join. Also, for some reason the emote doesn't work. Oh well, whatever. I'll fix that later. Oh wait, it works. Why? It works in my chat. It works on my screen, but it doesn't work in my chat. What is up with that? Anyway, whatever. It exists, so feel free to join if you'd like. I don't really know what I'm gonna use it for, to be honest, but I guess it's like for people to get like stream alerts more easily, and also so they know what I'm doing. And maybe some socialize. I don't know. Socializing is hard and scary, so nominally it's mostly for that. And also maybe like for collabs, because I remember when we did that Gothic phone collab, it was kind of awkward because I was lazy and I couldn't be, like, I didn't have a server to invite people into. And the whole thing being hosted on my channel was like a kind of a bit of a last minute decision, so we just stayed in Brime's server, which is fine. Although I felt kind of weird. But I think me and Brime have different approaches to collabs. So then there was just like this random guy who joined voice chat without even realizing we were streaming, and I was like, no shade to him or anything, I mean, he didn't know. But it's like, it was slightly stressful to me. So maybe if I do collabs in the future, I can just invite people to that server, and then I can control exactly what happens. And then I can be chill, you know? Yeah. I think for my social anxiety, that'll be better. Anyway, oh wait, I forgot. I keep forgetting to post on Twitter about my streams. I mean, it's not really like 100% necessary, but I guess that's kind of what that accounts for. Tsuki made a live VC for when it's streaming, because the same thing kept happening to us. Wait, who's Tsuki? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think somebody did suggest that. So maybe he should do that too. I think it is a great idea. Or like you can put like a status in there as well. Oh, Tsuki is your YouTube partner. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't think I've met them before, watched their streams. But that's nice. I think I remember you mentioning them though. Just wanted to make sure. Alright. Do. No worries. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like I remember I actually didn't start streaming on this channel. I started streaming on What the Trans channel, which is this trans news outlet that I'm part of the team for. So actually my like quote-unquote debut as a VTuber was on there, funnily enough. But at one point they were doing a stream and I decided that it would be really funny to randomly join it. And I'm one of the people that kind of freaked out about it because she did not expect it. And at the time I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize, because I've seen like a lot of VTubers who are part of like groups or agencies do that. And it's just like a thing that they do. But actually, now that it's happened to me, I completely understand. It is sometimes just like, it just hits, especially if you're on the spectrum, these unexpected things can be stressful when you want everything to go perfectly, and if you're like not super experienced, or just generally if you don't like surprises. So now I completely understand. Wow, my butt is so good, reminding me just stretch and stuff. Anyway, I should really get into the spicy content. Just posting about it on the Twix, which is what one of my friends started to call it recently. I think the issue is random people come in and they don't talk about the collab or subject. Yeah, there's definitely that. They get sidetracked and they throws the collab off. Yeah, that can happen, especially if they like don't know that there's a collab happening, that there's a stream. When I did it, I did know, because it wasn't in Discord, like I did know that they were streaming, and I watched a little bit of the stream, so I did know what they were talking about. I was just like, ooh, I can contribute to the stream. But I think, I don't know, it's better to agree in advance with like people, whether they're okay with you just randomly dropping in or not, I guess, if you're part of a group like that. But sometimes I can be quite impulsive, so was a bit of that moment. I just thought it would be, I don't know, like, because of the amount of clips that I see of like, oh, this VTuber randomly joins this other VTuber chat, I thought like, oh, this is what people like, because this is content that people seem to enjoy. But I didn't think about how other people might react to it, so it's useful to think about. It's really frustrating. Like, we had a friend who knew we were live and insisted on talking about IRL transactions we're making. Oh, yeah, that's not great. That's indeed, yeah. Bombastic side-eye. Speaking of bombastic side-eye, let's get to the actual spicy content, shall we? Right. Oh, I don't have Firefox. Hold on. Window capture. Firefox. Alrighty. And do I have my background music here? I do not. Okay, well, might as well add it. Yeah, alright, cool. I think people like random people joining when each of the talents are not already like famous people jumping into other famous people's streams. Yeah, it's like that. It's that kind of thing that I saw. But I think at the time I was a bit like, I was like really new to the whole streaming thing, and so I didn't quite understand the gap between myself and all those people. I mean, I guess I can talk about it now because I don't really care anymore. But there was a certain place. Not gonna... Do you want to say what it is? there was a place where I did audition when I was like super small, and I'm still quite small, but even smaller. I literally just started, and I was like, but I was already like a fan of them, and I auditioned there, and I wasn't sure what I was expecting, because then later I realized, oh, like I'm not anywhere near the level that they're looking for. Like, there's so many things that even like in the years, in the like 1-2 years since then, that I learned about streaming, that I feel like they would want you to know already. And there's probably still a lot of skills I don't have yet. Sorry. Model was being a little funny. Oh, and now it turned out that that place was actually horrible, so I'm kind of happy that I didn't get in. Because, yikes. Like, at the time, I had a job that I really didn't like, and so I thought, oh, if I could join a VTuber agency, and like, then I can be happy and do fun things and play games for a living. But no, it's not so simple. It's still a job, and there's still lots of complexities, and it can still be a bad job depending on the agency. Actually, it seems like more often than not they tend to be kind of shady. So I don't know. I think I'm quite happy just doing this as a hobby now, and it's actually more fun that way anyway. But it was just really interesting, because I was like, oh, if I join this place, I can escape the horrible office job life with shitty managers and all of these problems. And then I found out that that agency was actually quite bad and had potentially even, or maybe like, I don't know, maybe probably different kinds of problems, but like in some ways was worse than having just a normal job like I had. And I was like, oh wow, yikes, dodged a bullet there, like of astronomical proportions. So I guess I'm happy about that. Although it sucks, because I also want other people who work there to be happy, but that seems like not always the case. Anyways, so speaking of workplaces, there's a couple of controversies going on right now with Hoyoverse, who make, as people probably know, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero. One big one is about the Natlan characters, but we're going to touch on that later. But another one, which is to a lot of people arguably more important, is that the voice actor is actually on strike right now. So there was already a SAG-AFTRA strike like some months ago, and that had to do with more like Hollywood writers and actors and performers. But in this case, this is concerning video games. So there's a petition here, which I didn't realize was a petition actually, so that's cool. I will sign this later. Because just as I want my favorite VTubers to be happy, I also want my favorite voice actors to be happy. And, you know, it would be great if we lived in a world where everybody had job security and where every creative person had their IP and their creative rights respected. I think that would be good. But things such as AI pose an issue to that. And unfortunately, not like the technology itself inherently, but the how do I put it? Like the way that it's being utilized by companies without regard for the livelihoods of people and people's intellectual property and stuff like that, is bad, to put it frankly. That's why a lot of artists really don't like AI-generated images. Not necessarily just because they're AI-generated, but because of the way it's being used and because of the way it's being trained and stuff like that. So as far as I understand this particular issue, similar to the previous SAG-AFTRA protest or strike, the issue is that companies are trying to like add like AI clauses into contracts. Like, for example, you audition to voice act in this game, And when you sign the contract, somewhere in small print will say, oh, by the way, by signing up to voice this character in this game, you're giving us the right to AI to like scan your voice and then make AI copies of your voice and then use it in perpetuity without paying you. Which is a bit of an issue if you're a voice actor who wants to eat in the future. And also, I guess for a lot of them, it's kind of like almost like a bodily autonomy thing, because like sure, like a lot of artists are really protective of their art, but with voice actors and actors, their voice is like literally your voice is like an extension of yourself, like of your body and stuff, right? So it can feel particularly violating when somebody uses your voice without consent. Oh yeah, they are seriously putting that into clauses, and that's actually been happening for a long time. And even like before, during the previous strike, there were a lot of voice actors discussing how like that's already happened to them, like how they just got scanned without like any like explicit consent from them, and then they just saw like that their voice was being used in some random thing without their permission. Like that's already happened to a lot of them. And I mean, it happens to YouTubers as well. Like there's this doctor YouTuber that I watch, and I've seen she's posted where it's like her voice was used to like her pictures, but now also like her voice are being used to like generate like ads for products that she doesn't actually know anything about, especially things that don't actually work. So it's a really big problem for any public personality, really, even for VTubers as well. Like people could do that to popular VTubers as well, and you know how it is, like imagine how easy it would be to like farm drama with that as well, because you could just make, especially like a VTuber, like you could animate a live CG avatar or use existing recordings and stuff. The mouth tracking isn't always perfect, so I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little bit off track. This is more about like corporate use. We can't really control what people do online. But yeah, there's some Genshin voice actors that already don't do as many things as they would have done otherwise because of this. So there's Mick Wingert, who is the voice actor for Dottore, and I happen to be a Dottore enjoyer, so I bought some signed prints from him. So he does this like live streams where he will where he signs stuff on the live stream, and then he can also take some voice requests sometimes. But during that stream, when he was signing our prints, he said that well, he is talking to fans, but he's not going to be doing too many lines in character, and that is because he doesn't want people to take it and train AI on it, because he finds it really uncomfortable and is like really against it. He's actually really based. Like he's so cool. He's very like outspoken about all kinds of issues, and I think he's cool. But yeah, and that was kind of sad, because before he used to do like lines in character for fans. Actually, you know, like Mick Winger's stream chat is like the most insane thing I've ever seen. Like, speaking of parasocial, like, oh my god, like that Dottore print signing stream, that was the horniest chat I've ever experienced in my life. Oh my god, those people are unhinged. The Dottore community is absolutely unhinged, and I mean, to be fair, he's not really helping. He's like very fan servicey. But I think he dialed it down specifically because of that AI thing. And I'm like, god damn it, think of all the fan service we could have had. Just think about it. Gone are the days of Dottore go and slay girl boss. It's not gonna happen again. Actually, it's not gonna happen again because apparently Hoyoverse told them they didn't like it. Such killjoys. Hoyoverse cancelled. Anyway, there's also more serious reason why they're being cancelled. We're getting off track as usual. Also, I realized I didn't plug in my Ethernet cable. Let me just quickly do that. Think of the horny people. Yeah! Although, honestly, I am horny people, but I rein it in when it comes to like voice actors chats and like VTuber chats, because I feel like, I don't know, it's just like low-key creepy. Some of the Like, some of the comments in that stream were just insane. They were like, oh, I need the Tori to snap my spine in half. Oh, I need the Tori to step on me. Oh, I need the Tori to beep, 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 beep. I said what I said. I'm saying that I have this massive print of the Mega Build Tori doing the Dapcon pose on the Web Tori Tori. And it is signed, and I don't really wanna say what the print says because it's a little bit too cringe, but all I'm gonna say is that they give you 60 characters to work with, and I was like, whoa, 60 characters, that's free real estate. I'm going to write the most ridiculous thing possible. I'm going to make him write like this, the most cringe parasocial thing in existence for me that is extremely questionable, because I have that power. And so I did. And then he actually did it, and I was like, ah! And I was actually so embarrassed. But the thing is that the vast majority, like 95% of all the other requests were not any better, so then I felt like I was among my people and everything's fine. So yeah, everything's fine. There are some things that he receives as well that he's like, oh well, I'm sorry, I can't write that, that is too much. But apparently mine wasn't too much, so it's okay. I mean, it's not like explicit or anything, it's just kind of weird. All I'm saying is that I like this. I like fictional villains a lot. Like a lot. I also have a plushie of the Tori, and I love him very much. Anyway, that's the petition. I'm going to plug in my Ethernet cable. Oh, apparently there's also an ad break. Sorry, I didn't notice. I didn't notice again. Eee. Right. Thank you, Leo, for the clip. Sorry, I just ran downstairs to put some ice into my drink while the ad was running. Also, sorry about the ad. I keep forgetting that... I don't know, I just keep not noticing that they're about to come on. Right, let me remove that. Ugh. Yeah, it's really warm. It's like 30 degrees today in the UK, and the British heat is insane. And for some reason I was like okay most of the day, but then in the evening is when I started overheating. I have no idea why. Doesn't make sense. Right. Yes. Thank you for the clip. Appreciate it. Right, anyway, let's just go through this real quick. So there's the strike. Should I read this out? Hold on, let me move the chat. Chat, though, where are you? Yeah, I'll move it here for now. Alright, so, let's read this. The actors who breathe life into the video games you love are facing an existential threat, and that's why we have gone on strike. Since October 2022, we have been in negotiations with a convenience bargaining group, which includes a bunch of studios, so Activision, Blindline, Disney character voices, Electronic Arts Production, Formosa Interactive. So this is, Formosa Interactive is the one that, I don't know about Zenless Zone Zero, but I know that Hoyoverse uses it for Genshin and for Honkai Star Rail. So this is ours. And when I saw this one, I was like, oh no. Insomnia Games, Llama Productions, Take-Two Productions, VoiceWorks Productions, WB Games Inc. After more than a year and a half of negotiations, it's clear that the video game companies won't listen to us without a show of force. That's why we need you, our community of fans, allies, labor advocates, anyone who cares about preserving the human element in the art we enjoy to speak up. In an industry infamous for treating the workers as expendable, these employers seem to view performers as obstacles to their profits rather than partners who help make it all possible. The companies have refused to plainly affirm in clear and enforceable language that they will protect all performers covered by this contract in their AI language. They want to replace the artistry, imagination, ingenuity of human storytelling with machine-generated performances and are banking on players not caring. To put it simply, to accept the provisions would not only put our ability to earn a living at risk, but fuel a race to the bottom for the quality of storytelling in video games. AI undoubtedly has its uses. We're not anti-technology. We simply want employers to provide the most basic protections against an emerging tool that has the potential for abuse. Please sign on to the letter below to add your voice to the chorus of those who support SAG-AFTRA video game performers. So yeah, that's basically it. And then there's a letter at the bottom. And right, let me see. Yeah, I guess this is like an open letter. So let's read that as well. As an art form, video games are at their best when crafted with care and love. Oh my god. As an art form, video games are at their best when crafted with care and love by creative people whose humanity, talent, and experience bring our favorite characters to life. We support SAG-AFTRA voice and movement performance, and we call on the companies represented by a convenience bargaining group, and then the list of all the companies, to offer a fair contract that extends AI protections to all performers. We urge you to return to the bargaining table and offer an agreement that performers can live with, so that they can get back to creating the games we all love. I mean, they're not asking for much, really. They're just asking for AI protection so that companies are not allowed to include a clause that says, we own your voice forever if you audition for us once, and stuff like that. Like, that's just really basic stuff. So, yeah, after looking at this, I think I can definitely support it, and I definitely agree with this. I mean, like, video games are amazing. The reason I started making video games in RPG Maker is because I played some other RPG Maker games, and I was like, whoa, this was made by, like one person can actually make a game, all on their own. And, like, I really like indie games in particular because, you can kind of see, like, the personal human touch. But even AAA games like Genshin, like, I fell in love with Genshin because you can really see, like, I don't know, I feel like you can see the efforts that are put in by everybody, and, like, when you look at what the voice actors are doing and how much they care about the characters, you can see they really, really love it, and they really love what they do. And as a fellow creative person, I understand that kind of passion, and I want to see more of that kind of passion in the world from other people as well. And I don't think that AI is, like, inherently bad. I just think that we need to use it in an ethical manner. So that's my opinion. They're not interested in setting a stone a contract that will lose them future profits. They want to allow as many holes as possible. Well, yeah, exactly. But that's kind of the thing. Like, a lot of companies only care about profits, and they lose the the art element of video games this way. Like, they lose the human touch, and I feel like that's what makes them special. Like, agree about AI not being bad, but can be used to screw a lot of people over. Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned it before when I did the meta stream, but I used to be really interested in AI, and I mean, I still think it's interesting. I think there's a lot of things that could be done that are interesting with it. Like, for example, as an example, like, the animation industry in Japan is really notoriously brutal to animators. So, in my opinion, if they decided to use some AI tech to make animation easier, because animation is like really painstaking, right? Like, it's really, really difficult. And the workloads are insane, and there's like notorious culture of overtime and like lots of problems in that industry. So I know that Into the Spider-Verse, they have used AI to help animate like the in-between frames of animations. And that was done, you know, like without like replacing any humans, but just making the human, like the menial labor easier. I think there's an expression that I think encapsulates this really well. What was it? I think it's better if AI does tedious things for creative people than creative things for tedious people. And right now, that's the issue. Like, I would like AI to help with I would like AI to help with tedious things for creative people, but instead it's being used by tedious people to do creative things, and that's a big problem. Like, okay, so like the old office job that I had, it was like 80% of the job was just pasting spreadsheets into other spreadsheets, and just doing a bunch of like really repetitive, really boring admin stuff, which I personally felt like AI would do a better job at, and they wouldn't really, like, you could still get a human to check on it and stuff, but I feel like a computer algorithm would have done a better job than me more effectively without any loss of, like, pleasure from the world. At least for me, because I hated it. I did have some coworkers who actually seemed to enjoy that kind of work, and I was like, what, you actually enjoy it? You actually like doing spreadsheets? Are you insane? But it's not me. So, I don't know. To be fair, like, there's a lot of other industries that are not just creative ones that also worried about automation for other reasons. And there's a whole host of, like, other problems with that. But I guess the creative industry is one that I can speak about as a creative person and someone who's interested in it. It's a whole other kind of worms for other industries, and I don't know, generally I used to be like really pro-automation for like tedious things, because of those whole ideas of how it can free up humanity to do more interesting things, but at the moment I don't really believe that the state of the like society will allow for that to actually happen. I feel like it might just lead to more issues, like more people being laid off but then not actually getting help that they need to live. But that's a whole other subject. Anyway, so, yes, so I've shared the petition up there. Oh yeah, they have this FAQ here as well, which I did look at. And the reason I looked at it is because I was thinking I wanted to stream Genshin, but I wasn't sure if that would be a solidarity action. Like, if I'm expressing solidarity with this stuff, is it still like ethical to stream Genshin and stuff? So I wanted to check this out. So I found this bit for creators and streamers. So it asks how I can show support. And yeah, basically it just says things like sharing what's going on different social media. There's these hashtags you can use, hashtag level up the contract and hashtag video game strike. Oh, there's a digital toolkit here as well. I will open that. Open. I'll add that as well to the chat. Ooh, invite one of our video game performers to join your streamer show and use the opportunity to discuss the strike and wants a stake. I don't think I'm quite at that level, frankly. As much as I would like to, I think I'm very tiny, but at least I can like educate my small community about it. I think that's already quite good. And then, I don't know why this is listed twice, but this is the question that I was wondering about, because I was wondering, like, can I still play the games on stream? Like, is it still, like, okay, or should I just completely blank them? So this is asking, are creators and streamers being asked to stop playing certain games? And it says, no, not at all. We're not asking you to stop playing video games. In fact, the opposite. Please continue doing what you love, and any support and solidarity would be extremely appreciated. So yeah, that's why I figured I can still feed my little Genshin obsession, but I can also, if I can also like talk a little bit about the issues at the same time, I think that's nice. Yeah, probably better than just ignoring it whatsoever. Let's see. I hate AI bros who keep insisting their art is their own because they punched in a bunch of prompts. Literally, someone says AI doesn't need existing art. Then what is it being trained on, bro? Yeah, like exactly. Like diffusion models. Basically, they're just like a prediction algorithm. They are trained on like a bunch of art, and then based on the prompts, they try to predict like the I guess like the arrangement of pixels that is the most likely to be there based on those prompts. And like the tech is really interesting. But I think I've expressed this already in my meta stream, but it's like how do I put it? Sorry, my brain is overheating. I need some coolant. Right. Sorry, I'm completely blanking on what was in my brain. Yeah, like I wouldn't have an issue with it if all the data provided for training was with consent, which is, you know, like when you use like anything, like as a person who makes like indie games, I'm very familiar with the need to attribute creators because I use a lot of like free assets, particularly music, in my games. And so through doing that, I became quite familiar with all the different licenses that there are. So like there are some things that are provided with a Creative Commons 0 license, which means that everything is just like you can do anything with it, you don't need attribution. It's basically like basically yours. Like they don't care. Then there's the attribution license where you need to put that this is made by that person. Then there's different sets of rules that are imposed on it. And all of that is important, and AI kind of just ignores all of that. I don't like it. Anyway, so these are some of the games that I impacted. This is from Sayu, the VTuber and also Sino's voice actor from Genshin, and some other guy from Star Rail. I don't remember who his name is, but I have to point out, at first I thought don't play the games, as in I thought don't play the games meant like nobody can play them, but I think this is just for him, because the people who are involved in the games, like the voice actors, often stream the games as well. But the strike conditions are that those voice actors and like performers who are involved in the games are not allowed to stream them or publicize those games. Which is why Sayu has this video called My Last Time Playing Genshin Impact. I'm assuming probably not like forever, but just like until the strike is over, hopefully they will reach some kind of solution. I don't know, like, I didn't even realize that Genshin was a union game. I think it wasn't before, but maybe they changed it, in which case I guess that's good. Or maybe all the voice actors just had enough and decided that if Hoyo isn't going to make the game union, then they're just going to unionize anyway. Which, honestly, good for them. So this is just for the performers. It doesn't apply to other streamers such as myself who don't have anything to do with those games. So like, I'm not a voice actor in Genshin, so I can play Genshin. And that's fine. But you're not going to see the voice actors from these games play them, the ones that are participating in the strike anyway. So there's quite a lot of popular games involved, so not just Genshin, there's also Persona 3, The Sims, Dragon Age, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Spyro, Bayonetta 2, Overwatch, Cookie Run, Kingdom Hearts. Oh my god, there's so many games. And yeah, it's quite depressing really just how many studios are doing bad things like that. Especially if you're a fan. Like, that's the thing. Hoyo has fed me so well, like in terms of like games. It's been like Genshin has its problems, right? But it's been sort of like my special interest for the past 2 years or so. So sometimes if somebody's like insulted, I'm like, what did you just say about my favorite game? How dare you? How very dare you? But I also don't want to just like deny all these issues. And let's be fair, most of those people just lecture me about gacha and how gacha is unethical, and I'm like, I'm aware that this is a gacha game. I think you've come to the wrong place. I'm like a seasoned gacha game player. I've played those things for years. I know how they work. But you know, like, I have the mental fortitude not to overspend on them, so it's fine. I know that some people don't, but anyway, let's not get into the gacha debate, because it annoys me. Like, I think it's valid to not like gacha mechanics in general, but I don't like it when people start lecturing me about them when they know that I played the gacha games and I like them. It's just annoying. Anyway, yeah, so, there's that. And now the second spicy topic, and then we can do, hopefully, a little bit of actually playing Genshin, because I want to progress in the story. All corporations are bad in some way or another, some are just less bad. Yeah, I think you're right. Why am I really frowning that much? I feel like I'm not. My model is being a little bit temperamental today. Alright, so this is the second spicy topic, and this has to do with Natlan. As you can see, Natlan is the next upcoming region. I'm not sad, actually. I'm not doing too badly. I mean, I've been quite tired. After my volunteering trip, but I'm slowly recovering and getting better. That's why today I wanted to do this yapping stream earlier, but then I was too tired and I was like, I want to do it when I have the energy, and today I have the energy, so it's okay. Anyway, so this is so the next upcoming region in Genshin Impact is Natlan, and for those who didn't know, Genshin Impact takes inspiration from real-life cultures in its games, and Natlan is supposed to be based on Africa and Latin America, and also bits of Polynesia as well. It just seems to be like a bunch of global south kind of like smooshed together into one thing, into one country. But Hoyo has a bit of an issue with colorism, and you can probably see where this is going, because all these characters are kind of like, okay, look at me, look at my model. Look, my skin tone, like, I am super white. My skin tone is like basically almost the same as this girl, Morlani, and actually my skin tone is darker than this guy and this girl. And like, I'm like super white. I glow in the dark. I'm Estonian. Like, I'm from Northern Europe. I burn in the sun quite easily, and you can see my blood vessels through my skin. Like, I'm very white. But these characters are the same color as me. But I'm pretty sure that even if you literally just live, even if you're white, and if you literally just live in the global south, you would be potentially darker than that just because you would tan. Glow in the dark. Yeah, like, I'm just trying to drive the point home. Like a glowworm. Yeah, like a luminescent fungus. So there was already this issue in Sumeru, which was the previous country, which is based on parts of Middle East and North Africa, And then people are like, well, like, oh, just like wait until Natlan. I realized I should have prepared some more stuff. Hold on. Gonna see if I can find some more material. Which I've seen and was interesting, but I forgot to open it up. Maybe I'll just go back here for now. Why is my internet so slow? Actually, we could find, even if we just watch the official trailer for Natlan, I think that would be good enough. And then I can yap about it a little bit. I feel like I'm running out of time because my roommate said that they'll be home in like 40 minutes or so. And I still want to play some Genshin Story, but oh well. If I have to finish early, that's fine. Not the end of the world. Oh, there's a video on my front page about the Genshin boycott. Which, yeah, some people actually like straight up calling to boycott Genshin and Hoyoverse over it. I personally was, as you can see, I'm not like entirely boycotting it because I'm still playing it. But that's just because I'm too addicted. But like, in principle, at the very least, I definitely support talking about these things because even when I saw the Natlan characters, I was quite... I don't want to say surprised because I wasn't really surprised because it's Hoyoverse and they're known for this stuff. It's more the fact that... I don't know. What am I trying to say? It's like disappointed but not surprised kind of thing. But I think this one shows all the characters. I'm honestly not surprised at all, but also don't really care about that problem in particular. Oh, okay, I found it. Not surprised. Wait, did I read this? Not surprised, but also don't really care about that problem in particular. The Chinese company trying to appeal to the Chinese have never said they were being culturally diverse. Well, actually, I think the first part is true. I don't think the second part is true. I think they have said that they're trying to be culturally diverse. And, you know, there's also just like the obvious fact that they are basing things on real-world cultures. Alright, I think I found the stuff that I wanted to show, or at least some of it. I think I may have retweeted something interesting as well. Yeah, I mean, like, they're clearly aiming for a global audience, and they do some things right. Like, there's some things, like, the way that they represent cultures. Like, that's the thing, like, just the amount of niche cultural references that they include in some of the characters' designs that even people from those cultures wouldn't know means that they do really, really deep research. So, for example, the characters of Nilou and Kaveh are really quite adored by a lot of Persians. And yes, like, Sumeri has its issues, it also has a lot of really good representation at the same time. So that's the thing, sometimes they set a really good high standard. Like, even those characters, they're not, like, perfect. So, for example, Nilou's design still has these, like, sort of, I guess, like, Orientalist elements. However, like, just like her lore and the way that she... Like, her entire character is really adored by a lot of people from that region. Because she represents a really important part of the culture that is kind of actually oppressed at the moment in the real world. So people really like her. Okay, let me switch back. Because I have all the things I need now. I think. Yeah. So Nilu, her outfit isn't culturally accurate, but her dance is. It's like, it's a Persian court dance. Doesn't bother me, but it's because I'm not being affected by it. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, a lot of people say, like, I'm not being affected by it personally. But it still bothers me because, I mean, honestly, in terms of, like, the appeal, like, I'm someone who does spend, like, not, like, huge and massive amounts of money on Genshin, but, like, some amounts of money, and if these if these characters are more culturally accurate, I would be much more likely to pull for them because I like diversity, actually. I think it's cool. Here's another side that I'm struggling with a little in that regard. How do you feel about fixing the artworks to make characters darker? So in terms of like official artwork, I think it's alright. I think if you take like fan art, I think it's kind of rude. I think official art is less rude. And I think like using your own headcanons to draw your own fan art is completely okay. Although I guess it's one of those things where it's like if you make someone lighter, then people will be angry at you. If you make someone darker, it's okay. And a lot of people might struggle with that concept. And I think the reason why people react that way is just because the way that oppression works in real life isn't linear, and there's only one side that is constantly misrepresented. But I also feel like I'm not the best person to speak on that, given that I'm super white, as I said. So that's just my opinion. One interesting thing with this particular Hoyoverse drama is that actually a lot of voice actors also have been speaking out about it. Like, for example, Sucrus's voice actor is, I think, I don't want to say, she has like, I don't want to, oh my god, ads, no! Oh, I didn't see the ad notification again. Why is it so annoying? Hate it here. Alright, let me see. I'm opening up a bunch of stuff while the ad is running. Ad break is over. Welcome back. Sorry about that. Right, in the meantime I opened up a bunch more stuff from stuff that I retweeted, except my internet, it seems to be struggling with all the stuff going on. It's high-key struggling. Oh yeah, so yeah, Valeria Rodriguez is the voice actor for Sucrose. But the tweets are not loading. Why is everything so slow? Why is everything so slow? Come on. Is it Twitter itself that is struggling, or is it my internet? I don't understand. But nothing wants to load. Are you seeing this? Why? Okay, maybe we won't look at all the specifics. Oh my god. Sorry, everything is slow. Oh yeah, so I don't think they're. So this person, I don't think they're in Genshin, but I think they're just in the VA industry. So yeah, so they're talking about this character Chaska, who again, like I said, I glue in the dark. I'm pretty sure she glows way more than me, and I mean like Slayer Girl boss, but also I'll just let the tweet speak for itself, because again, this isn't my culture. This isn't necessarily my issue to be speaking about and adding my opinion. So I'm just here to like share some of other people's opinions. And I mean like, yeah, like I said, from my own side, I like diversity. I think it's cool. So for me, it's a cool thing. In terms of like my own cultural representation, that hasn't happened yet, because like the time when I'll be able to speak about it and judge is when I do Snezhnaya, and that's when I can say whether or not it's culturally accurate and stuff. I'm actually really curious what they're gonna do with that, because I think there's a lot of cultural sensitivity required for that, and I don't know if Hoyoverse has it, because they could make Snezhnaya just like Russia, or they could make it a mix of cultures like a lot of other, like some of the other countries. They could make it a mix of cultures like from Eastern Europe in general. And I think on one hand I would actually quite like that, but on the other hand I think a lot of people might take issue with that. And actually that's one big thing that a lot of people take issue with in Natlan. The fact that they basically take like a huge amount of like countries from like basically different continents and just smushing them into one. However, I do have to point out that's not the only time they've done that. They also did that in Sumeru. And you could say like, so if we go through all the countries from start to finish, we have Mondstadt, which is basically Germany. Although there's some like bits of Italy and stuff, like some characters have Italian names like Lisa Menci and Venti. And there's some Italian dishes and stuff. But overall it's like pretty German. Then we have Liyue, which is basically China. Straightforward. Inazuma, basically Japan, straightforward. Then we have Sumeru, which is like India, but also Persia, but also North Africa, and like, but also Turkey, and like bunch of stuff. So Sumeru is like probably the first like super mixed one. Then we have Fontaine, which is basically France. However, Fontaine is also kind of mixed. So Fontaine is France, but also UK. There's in some characters is a lot more obvious, like there's Wriothesley, who is named after a Wriothesley, Duke of Southampton, who is a British dude, which by the way, he was like very not straight. He was either bi or gay. So I find that interesting. Like it was like a prominent historical fact about him. And there's a lot of like British dishes in addition to the French ones. So like Charlotte's signature dishes, fish and chips, for example. And there's just a lot of like UK stuff. And then Farina has the name of a Greek goddess, and there's some like Greek references as well. And then the what's it called? The Remuria is a very obvious reference to ancient Rome. Oh yeah, I guess in Japan we had Enkanamiya, which was kind of like a reference to ancient Greece. Like there was ancient Greek mythology there. So it's not just the global south countries that they mix up, which in my opinion makes it somewhat more defensible, but I guess like the first few of them were a lot more homogenous than the later few, and I guess people don't like it because a lot of the global south cultures already have this kind of like historical precedent of kind of being smooshed together as this like exotic other world, you know? And people don't like it. In terms of Snezhnaya, I mean, I don't know what they're doing yet, but I think there are some like hints for sure that they're going to mix things up. The only playable character from Snezhnaya we have so far is Child. And a lot of people just kind of think, oh, Child is Russian boy, but actually no, he's a lot more Ukrainian. than Russian. Ukrainian Cossacks specifically. There was a really interesting Reddit thread about it. I don't know, like, I find all the cultural references in Genshin fascinating, and I think, like, because of Genshin I learned so much about the world and, like, about different cultures through exposure to that. I mean, like, and about different religions, like Gnosticism and Buddhism and Zoroastrianism, and I think it's really cool. But it's like, they take the landscapes, they take the culture, they take the names of gods, they take like the cultural elements and outfits, they take everything from these cultures, they research the crap out of it. Like, it's really evident in the way that the writing is, and in the amount of like really niche references that they really research really deeply, right? So they take all of these things, they put it into the game that they're selling for profit, but they put everything in there but the actual people. So it's like, we like everything about your culture except you. So I think that's why people are upset about like the skin color thing. And I can sympathize for sure. And the thing is, like, I know that with Snezhnaya it's not going to be a problem because people are like, I don't know, like Eastern Europeans are generally white. Although even if we speak about Russia, Russia is actually a really diverse country. Like, the people who say like Russia is just for Russians, they're just fascists. Like, Russia has like probably like hundreds of ethnicities living in it, and a lot of them are indigenous to Russia. And a lot of them don't look particularly white. But I don't know if that's going to be represented. I don't count on it. But, you know, I'm open to being pleasantly surprised. Anyway, has this decided to load yet? Oh yeah, this is my art that I made a while ago. On the topic of changing skin tones, I did draw a brown Nahida because I just feel like her design would look better like that. And also, like, I was a bit upset because, like, from the optics of making like a country based on Southeast Asia and North Africa and have the god be like super glowing white, I don't like it. And actually, I expected that I would get some hate from it, but probably because nobody really sees my stuff. All the people who did see actually liked it a lot. But I feel like a darker skin tone actually makes the design pop a lot more, and that's the case with a lot of these characters. Like, I feel like all of them would genuinely just look better visually, especially her. Like, right now, like from just literally from a character design standpoint, like her hair really blends with her face right now. And it would just look so much better with the darker skin tone, like it would pop. And it's the case with a lot of these characters, to the point that a lot of people are speculating that it's possible that the artists initially designed them to be darker, but then someone higher up was like, no, we cannot have dark-skinned people. That will, like, not sell well, so you'll have to lighten them up a bit. Or, like, a lot, I don't know. But especially with Kachina, it's just, like, it's really suspicious. Just the way she looks, the design just doesn't look that good. It would just look better. Yeah. Like, I do think it would look better, even just, like, without attaching any cultural, like, stuff to it. Literally just from a visual standpoint. And the interesting thing is that even Chinese and Japanese fandoms are confused about it. It's like to that point. So they say that, so everybody says like, oh, they're appealing to Chinese people, but actually, even a lot of Chinese people are like, why? Because they can see that it's based on like Africa and stuff. So yeah, this finally loaded. So yeah, this is Valeria Rodriguez. That's this guy, Bill Butts. Jenny Yokobori. It shouldn't be a radical desire to want to see yourself reflected in the media you consume. Alexandra Saab, also known as Sayu. Also encouraging Hoyo to fix it. I mean, it's quite remarkable that the voice actors are speaking out about it, because this is literally the employer that they're criticizing in a very, like, open way. So, like, they're risking a lot with that. Although they're also on strike at the same time, so maybe they were like, oh, well, might as well. I don't know. But, yeah, there's this guy who they named Ororon, but he's based on an African god called Olaron. And this is from a different Chinese game called Smite, and they represented him like this. So this is also from a Chinese game. And then this is what Genshin does, is some like slightly tan cat boy. So a lot of people don't like that. Because like you have to understand, like for a lot of people, the references are literally to their gods. And like there might be gods who are worshipped today. And like I'm personally not religious, but I understand why people would be offended. Like if they're so averse to making black characters, and if we're being honest they are, even tan characters are very attractive anime style. Yeah, for sure. But also the interesting thing is that they have Kaya from the start of the game, and Kaya is like supposedly like a prince of Khaenri'ah, and Khaenri'ah is based on Norse mythology, so Kaya is just like randomly dark. He's just like randomly dark skinned for literally no reason. And I liked it, and I think like Kaya is quite popular, right? People like him. I think his design is really good, like he got a skin recently, like Kaya is not an unpopular character, but I would say he's been from the game from the start, and he's like one of the darkest characters to this day. But he's just dark skinned for no reason. And I think that's super cool and valid, I like that. But like I feel like maybe something changed in the management or design department, or I don't know, something. Somewhere down the line, because like Kaya exists, then they made Xinyan as well, who's dark skinned as well. And I guess she's supposed to be like Blasian, but again, I guess it wasn't quote unquote necessary. So they've made characters that are dark skinned before. And you know, like characters like Dia isn't particularly dark, but you know, she's still I think Amazigh cultural voice, and even though she has a terrible kid, a lot of people really like her character, me included. I really like her character. I think she's absolutely amazing. And like lots of Chinese players made this whole big campaign and donated to charity to help children because of Dia, and like in Dia's name. Like Sino's quite popular. Like that's the thing. It's not even that those characters are unpopular. I think it's just somebody in Hoyo has a bias. But yeah, even like I guess this is tan for Hoyo, but yeah. Let's take a look at this. I've already watched it, but it's not too long. It's the trailer for the new nation. Oh, wait. Sorry. My BGM was overlapping. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Another thing Hoyo does is that they will make dark-skinned characters, but they'll make them NPCs, and a lot of them they'll make them enemies that we beat up, which also doesn't feel great. Because it's like, oh, like, the playable people, they're all gonna be light-skinned, but like, the NPCs that we beat up, those are fine. We can make them dark-skinned. Like, that's another thing that people were iffy about. That actually isn't the trailer that I thought it would be. I think it's this one that shows all the characters, or at least most of them. Yeah, but like, do you see, like, all of those people, they're like... I understand. Like, okay, stylization, sure, like... But I am darker than them, and I glow in the dark. In real life.
Attention, please! Kachina will now release the ball to promote the upcoming tournament.
Like, I have to admit she's cute. And she's cute.
Hey, that's too close.
But legitimately, they would look better with more contrast in the design.
Too far.
The music slaps. Again, her design also would look better, but like, I like the design a lot, but I'm like, oh, why? Like, please, spare a drop of melanin for these people, please. Very cute, yeah, that's probably why I don't care. I'm conflicted because they are cute. But I do also care at the same time. But they're also cute. It's a struggle. It's a real struggle. I have to admit the icon does look cool. But again, a drop of melanin. A drop, just a drop. Just a drop. I think it would look good as well. Tanline goes as a vibe. Yeah, she's pretty.
Are you brave enough to compete?
Capitano. I'm so curious about him. Oh. Oh wait, there's more. I have to admit she's hot. This designer goes hard. But a drop of melanin. Just a drop. Just a smidgen. Just a smidgen.
Of sparks will not go unnoticed. Did you catch everything? What our eyes see ought to be our fate. But now, close your eyes and feel. For with our blood, we will forge our true fate.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. I don't know. Personally, if it was more culturally accurate, I would be like, yeah! But this way I'm like, ugh, they're cute. And the story is intriguing, but ugh. That's my reaction anyway. And also, you know, like I'm super white, but I have friends who are black, I have friends who are Latino, and they're also like not fans of this. There's also a lot of people from those countries who don't care as well. Like there's a variety of opinions, but I think the kinds of people that I tend to be friends with tend to be the kind of people who would care. And I totally understand that. I mean, like, it kind of sucks when you're not represented in games or in media, like in other ways. So, yeah. Alright, I'm getting kind of tired. But actually, interesting thing about the Archon's design. So I saw. Hopefully, I mean, it's fine. I'm just a tiny worm under Horrorverse's feet. They don't know who I am. But don't sell them. I saw a leaked artwork of the Archon, like the leaked design, and she looked like a bloody conquistador, and that would have been mega yikes. So when I saw this design, that was the final. I was like, oh nice, she's not a conquistador. But that's such a ridiculously low bar. But actually, And I was like, well, so she's not a conquistador, cool, but she's like a leather enjoyer or a biker or something. Okay. And I was like, that's kind of random. Also, I feel like if you wore this outfit in that part of the world, I feel like you would get really hot really quick. I mean, she's already hot. Maybe because she's like the goddess of fire, she's fine. But I'm pretty sure I would die. Yeah, right? Imagine, like, I feel like people are boycotting Genshin now. I feel like they might actually, I feel like it would have been a lot worse. Could have been worse. But again, I don't know, like, leaks are unreliable, so you don't know, it could have been someone just trolling. But also, I don't know, it's hard to say. But anyway, I'm glad that's not the case. But like, that's such a ridiculously low bar, that's like literally the bar is underground. But the interesting thing is that apparently her name is Mavuika, and she's based on Mahuika, which is, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Mahuika? I don't know. The Maori goddess of fire is Mahuika. So her name is spelled a little bit differently. Some people were upset about it, like about Mavuika and Ororon, because they're like, oh, you take the names of our gods and you can't even spell them right. But I think in some ways it's not bad, because this way, if someone like Googles the character, they won't get, like, I don't know, like, because for other things, like for example Alhaitham or Stignari, when people Google the actual historical person, they get the Genshin character, and that's kind of annoying. And that was one thing that people brought up as an example of why this kind of thing is bad, because it's like even the Google search results are being replaced by like the whitewashed version. But if you change the name a little bit, then this way it won't happen. But there's still a nod to the source material. So I don't know. Like from that perspective, I actually kind of... Voice of Godobor. Oh, hello. Hi, Brime. Welcome. We're doing a spicy stream. Although the spicy part is almost over because I'm tired. And also because I actually probably need to finish soon. I don't know. My housemate's coming home soon with a guest, and I'll have to attend to that. But before that happens, I decided I could squeeze in a stream. The spicy part was reverb. Oh my god, I had reverb on the whole time? Why did nobody tell me? No. Yeah, I was testing my karaoke stuff yesterday and I forgot to turn this off. Whoopsie. Oopsie doopsie, okay. Okay, I've disabled it now. Thank you for telling me. Yikes. Leo enjoys the reverb. Oh, okay. Still, he could have said something. Jesus. I was talking with reverb for like an hour and a half. Yikes. I was gonna make this into a YouTube video too. Oh well. We'll just have to deal with that later. But yeah, so I was talking about the Pyro Archon's design. What? No, it wasn't. It was because I was... The reverb added authority. Oh, does it? Okay, should I turn it back on? I don't really have any authority on the subject, I'm just interested in it. Because, I don't know. I'm a bit of an SJW. Always have been, always will be. But yeah, so the name thing I'm ambivalent towards because of the reason I just explained. But the design, like, other than the skin tone, which definitely, like, people are upset about, and, like, Maori people tend to be a little bit darker than that. But apparently the outfit isn't too bad, actually, because apparently Maori have, like, a biker culture, like, there's a whole thing about bikers in New Zealand. So that's what the outfit is based on, so I think that's actually really cool. Especially since, like, I had no idea that was a thing. And that's what I mean, like, through Genshin I've learned so many things about so many different cultures. Like, I've learned about Zoroastrianism, I learned about Persian culture, I've learned about, like, different, like, niche mythologies of different regions, and I think it's really interesting. So that's why I wish they also did right by the people who actually, whose whose cultures and mythologies they're using for the game as well. Just because it seems like the decent thing to do. And also, I feel like it genuinely would not, like, because Genshin is already introducing so many things to players that are novel to them, like all these different cultural things, I don't see why they couldn't also introduce characters who look different, or have, like, different interesting cultural things on them, because that might actually have an effect of making, because Genshin is, like, really influential in China, so it might actually make the effect of making those things too, what's it called? More attractive in the eyes of Chinese players. One more thing I wanted to show. Actually, there's so many things I've opened. Let's see. Yeah, so this is... I already showed this. This is also from a Chinese game. There was another graphic that I saw that was... where is it? That's my Nahida. Do you think it's too late to dock in the characters, or has the damage already been done? I think it's not too late. I mean, the game isn't out yet. But I think it will be too late once the banners are released, because of the law in China. Since it would be like false advertising, I guess. So they would have to do it before the banners are released. Like with these kinds of trailers, they always say like, oh, this is under development and not indicative of final product. I mean, I'm sure that there would be like people on the opposite side who would complain a lot if they did. And that would be like, oh, wokeness wins again. Or something like that. Or something stupid like that. But yeah, personally I think it's not too late, but it will be in about, well, yeah. Whenever each character is released, that's when I feel like it will be mostly set in stone. Like, they can still make some, like, minor adjustments to the model, but probably nothing major, because that will get them in legal hot water. At least that's my knowledge. Oh, ad break again, god damn it. Why do I get like 0 notification from about this? It's annoying. Right, maybe in the meantime I could search for the thing that I was looking for. Alright, sorry about that. I'm looking at OBS and legitimately, even though I was looking at the chat the whole time, I got like 0 notification about this. I'm gonna try to look for like a bot or something that can fix this. Or like warn in chat before an ad, because yeah, sorry about that. Right, looking, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, so the design of quote-unquote Auroron right now. One thing I retweeted, I saw that there's like a redesign someone made. So this, like, this is boring to me, right? Like, I'm not interested in this character really, because first of all, a lot of people from that culture find it offensive, and secondly, there's like, I don't know, there's like 15 Genshin men that look like that already. So, like, that's another thing about just making everybody white that is boring. Generally is boring. Like, you want characters to look distinct from each other. And skin color is just one thing that... one tool to do that. Oh yeah, there's this meme. This meme about Genshin and like, yeah. And unfortunately, I feel like that's legitimately how they think. POV, you're in the Genshin Impact character design team and have to decide how culturally accurate you want to be. Yeah. I mean, you have to laugh because it's just it's ridiculous to me. Oh yeah, that's ideas for Capitano, but we know like nothing about Capitano at all, so oh yeah, that was this article about Genshin as well. Well, ads? I always miss the natives too, so no worries. There are bots that will tell you in chat. Oh yeah, do you know which bots are good? Because I think I should definitely get one of them. Oh yeah, so this is another version of quote-unquote Ororon. And like, this, I would pull for this. I would pull for this so hard, oh my god. Like, it looks so good. Although, I don't know about the ear. I think the little cat ear seems random, if that's what it is. But like, oh my god, like, he would look so much more distinct from all the other tall Genshin men. And I just feel like this would make the game so much more interesting. It would make the world feel more alive as well if people actually look different. I don't know, like, that's just my opinion, but that's just how I truly feel. Like, this is just infinitely more attractive to me because it's more culturally accurate, but also just because it looks more interesting. Like, it's more unique compared to everything else in that game. Like, I don't need 15 men who look the same. Oh, someone drew a bunch of like headcanons of how they see characters. I think those are cool. Yeah, everything else is kind of relevant. The other one is like just not an anime dude. Yeah, exactly. And like, that's the thing. It's like a, he's based on like a literal god that some people worship. So that's what makes it kind of egregious, because it's like, that's why a lot of people from who are Yoruba, who are from that culture, are really upset about it. Because like, yeah, if you're going to borrow from real religions, you have to be a little bit more culturally sensitive, I think. And I also don't perceive anime men. No, I like anime men. I mean, like, I went on that whole thing about the Zora. I don't actually like men in real life that much, but I like anime men. If men in real life were like anime men, I would be more into men. But yeah. That's the thing, is like, this got to like epic proportions. Wait. There's this one. Wait, there was another thing I had open. Where did it go? Oh, is it this one? It didn't load. Oh no, that's the redesign we just saw. By the way, love this artwork by Meg Akutawa. So cool. Chef's kiss. Oh my god. I would pull so much. I would pull so hard for this dude. Nahida. Oh yeah, there's another. There was a really good graphic that I thought I retweeted it, but I forgot to retweet it. But it wasn't just Dislight, because Dislight I think is particularly good with diversity, but it's another Chinese game. But somebody made this graphic about just like color picking all the skin tones of Genshin characters versus Dislight characters. And yeah, I mean, I feel like the graphic kind of speaks for itself. But there was another one that isn't just Dislight, but there's also some other Asian media, so there's like some animes. And then there's some other like Chinese and Korean games, so like Arknights and Smite and Dislight and something else. Like, Hoyo is like, even amongst... That's a bright red color, yeah. Yeah, Dislight character designs are quite cool. Hold on, let me make sure that there's nothing sus in here. this slide. Like, I think I've not played the game, but the character designs are really striking. Like, this looks like it's really unique and it's really cool, in my opinion. It kind of reminds me of JoJo designs almost. Actually, I think one of the characters featured in that other graphic that I saw was from JoJo. It was Abdul. This fairies. And this side, I think, also uses like real gods and things. But like, just look at like the range. I know that Genshin maybe has like a different design philosophy and stuff, and that's somewhat limited by the models, but still, like, I find this more interesting. And I'm someone who quite like Hoyo versus designs. But just like, yeah, a bit more diversity would be nice in my opinion, because genuinely, it makes characters look more unique. Also, a lot of people pointed out the similarities between these three and like Pokemon trainers, because they also get like little like Pokemon type dinosaur pets and stuff. But like even Pokemon has like dark skinned characters like Nessa, who looks amazing, and I think like she's a well designed character. Like her hold on, let's find a Nessa, because I remember I don't even play Pokemon really, but when I saw her design I was like, damn, she looks so good. Like, she looks so lovely. I'm obsessed. Give me a full body out of her. But something that isn't TOS. The small girl reminds me of a kimono friend. What's a kimono friend? Oh god, I keep having to move you guys. Aren't you making an anime, man? What? But yeah, like, I think this is fan art. But like, I think Nessa is just lovely. And I feel like, because of all the white on her clothes and stuff, the darker skin actually makes it pop a lot more. And it's the same with Moalani and Mikuchina. Like, it would pop more. And it would just look better. Also, speaking of Nessa, my favorite part of her design is these, like, life, what are they called? Like, life rubber donuts. Life rubber donuts, on her shoes. I'm in love with those. I wonder how she swims in that. Like, if she went swimming in that outfit, would her feet just, like, float out because of the little floaties? How does one make what one does not perceive? Perceive myself. Are you an anime man? I thought you were just like a little blue flame or something. Alright, anyway, I want to play Dislike sometime, because honestly, I don't even know what kind of game it is, but the designs alone look amazing. They actually look so cool. I really like. Ooh, look, get a load of this guy. The contrast between the hair and the skin, mwah, chef's kiss. 3D modeling with human vessel. Ooh, exciting. Very cool. But yeah, like, everybody looks different. Just looks so good. Oh. Perceive myself on Markiplier. Is Markiplier anime too? But yeah, like looking at those kinds of designs and looking at Genshin just looks so bland in comparison. I think this is fan art. Yeah, this is definitely fan art. But I would have quite liked to see this. Even this would have been better than what we're getting so far. Yeah. He's in Dislike. Well, what, really? This Oloron. I don't even know what to call this character anymore. But like, I feel like in some ways it's probably good. If they're going to make him look like this, it's probably good that they didn't name him correctly. How is the darkest character in Genshin? Or do you mean who? I think it's Xinyan. No, Xinyan. Either Xinyan or Kaya. It could be what's her name? Yeah, I think Xinyan and Kaya are really close. But that's the thing, like, I was talking about it earlier, but like Kaya's just like randomly dark skinned for no reason. Because he lives in Mondstadt and he's from Conria, which is based on Norse mythology, and we don't know any like other Conrian characters who look like that. But I think that's awesome. But like, I don't know. Whoever put Kaya in the game was probably a different person who's currently in charge of designs. I feel like, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to scroll Twitter because some of my friends, I have a friend who was scrolling Twitter on the stream and then they saw some porn and then the whole channel got like just like deleted by YouTube, just straight up deleted. I think they got it back eventually, but after quite a while of complaining and bothering them about it. Anyway, I think I've probably exhausted my yapping capabilities about this issue. But I just thought it was interesting to talk about as somebody who loves Genshin and is passionate about like inclusivity and stuff. I just thought it was disappointing. I'll leave a link to the change.org petition, which by the way, like, hello? Like 100,000 people, more than 100,000 people signed this thing. Like, I know that Genshin has like, I don't know, like millions of players or something, but it's still like substantial. And the fact that so many voice actors are complaining about it as well is interesting. Actually, speaking of voice actors, that's another thing, like, I noticed that they do tend to actually cast people who are not like 100% of the time. I mean, it's hard to do it 100% of the time, but often they will cast people who have some relation to the culture that the characters are supposed to represent, which is cool. So they do think about those things. I can see that. And like I said, there's a lot of things that they get right in terms of like cultural references and things, which is why characters like Kaveh and Nilu are just beloved by Persian people, because there's a lot of like even characters like Kachina, one of my black friends, even though they're upset about the way she looks, when they looked at her design, they were like, oh, it's like she's going to the track. People are forced to look at my culture now, and they were happy about the clothes. So there's clearly, like, it's indisputable. There's like loads and loads and loads of research that they put in. So it's not like some games where it seems like really superficial, they just kind of slaps whatever. No, Genshin writing team really, Genshin writing and design teams, they really, they go deep. Kachina? Yeah, Kachina is this one. The little girl. Kachina with an A, that's her name. And yeah, I'm really curious what they're going to do with Snezhnaya. How they're going to, if they're going to just make it all like mostly Russian, or if they're going to try to include all the diversity of cultures in Eastern Europe in general. I kind of hope that it's Eastern Europe in general, because honestly, like, considering that they seem to be doing a lot more cultural mixing with the global South countries, then I guess it would like dilute that, like, the offensiveness of it a little bit. Also, didn't hear you answer about, is it too late to talk in them now? Oh, right. I think it's not too late until the character's banners, but it might be too late after the banners, because of the, like, the lore. I think it's the same reason why they don't make many adjustments to the characters' kits after the character's released. Because if people have already spent money on the characters and then you change a bunch of stuff, then a lot of players might get angry. Because I think it's that, and also the fact that I think there's like some laws about gacha in China that you can't make too many changes after release, because people will have spent money on it, and then it's like false advertising. So yeah, I think it's not too late yet, but it might be once the characters are out. Is my line of thinking anyway. I mean, I also do think there's definitely going to be lots of people who will complain and be like, oh, wokeness wins again. The woke mob has pressured people again into changing things because of wokeness. Because they just want everything to be woke. Stupid wokeness. Like, I can see it already in my mind's eye. So Hoyo will just have to decide. Yeah. I'm sure there will be lots of people who are not happy either way. But I think technically it's fine. I do like Candace's design. But again, like, I saw a mod of her with darker skin and it genuinely looked better. Like, it popped better. And I think she's another character that a lot of people are complaining about because she's based on, like, Nubian queens and stuff. And, let me pull up Candace. Candace. And they're, like, known for having really dark skin. But, like, her design is one of those that genuinely, even just visually, would look better in my opinion. But yeah, that's Candace. Like, I really like her design, actually. I think it's really pretty. It's another thing with Horrorverse is they tend to give the dark-skinned characters less good kits as well. And it's like a bit of a pattern. But also there's also not that many of them in the first place. So it's difficult to say. But yeah, like, she's not very widely used. But it's a shame because I want to use them. I think they're cool. And I like learning about different cultures from Genshin. As far as my own cultures, they've not been represented, like, particularly much yet, but they're coming in the next country, so that's when you will hear me yapping about it a lot more. But the thing is, because for me, like, I guess my main, quote-unquote, main ethnicity is Russian, and I think the way that Russians tend to perceive, like, when she had a proper shield mechanic, yeah, I think at C6 she becomes quite good. Kid Schmidt, I play characters because they're cute. Yeah, that's why I got Sijwin. No regrets, she's really cute and she brings me happiness. But I think Kanta's just, like, more difficult to fit into teams. In TCG, she's quite strong, though. I would say, yeah. Anyway, let me switch to the actual game. Maybe I can get a little bit out of it before the guests arrive. And then I might have to go. Righty. Actually, wait, I can leave this on. Why is this not appearing? Yeah, so like to hold her to block attacks or parry. Oh, I think that's what she has now. Right, activating. I'm right about what? Wait, what feels off? I don't understand what you're talking about. On something similar to Dark Souls Shield. Oh, I've never played Dark Souls, so I'm not sure what you mean. Kinda skill set. Oh, you mean C6? Yeah. I heard that C6 she's quite good with Dalekino in particular, so I hope I get that at some point and can test it out. Yeah, because I don't know, I think the design is nice and her character is cool as well. So, I don't know, I just wish she got a bit more love from Inzevs, and same with Dia, actually, like, Dia is really cool, in my opinion. She's really, really pretty. Like, the design is really pretty, and, like, her story is really good. Her personality is just amazing. I'd be friends with her. Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so... Yeah, I'm really curious what they're going to do with Snezhnaya. Also, by the way, Snezhnaya feels really off because it's actually Snezhnaya, which means snowy. Yuemiya needs more love. Oh yeah, I do like Yuemiya. I got 2 Yuemiyas when I pulled. But unfortunately, father is stronger. Alright, we're in, so I'm going to switch to the game and see if we can do some of the story. Alright, let me know if the audio is good. I'm gonna close all these tabs. Save some resources. So, I played Simulanka a little bit off stream, and I actually... I finished literally everything in there. Wait, hold on.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather...
La 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 la. Yeah, I played a little bit more. And I accidentally did a little bit of the main quest, but not too much. But then I've opened, like, literally everything in that area, so I have nothing more to do in Simulanka. I guess, except for one world quest, so I have to do this one before proceeding. But I wanted to do it on stream, so that's what we're doing. I have to help some frogs. Let's see.
Excellent! Perfectly in time!
That's so funny.
No good! Your rhythm is off again!
Wait, what am I doing? It's okay, I did it okay. This is so funny.
I'm getting the hang of it again.
Goddesses above, this better stick when it comes to the performance. Just do it exactly like how we rehearsed.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks to you, my voice is once again as clear as a flowing stream.
Also, let me know if the volume's alright. It seems okay on my end.
Glad to hear that you're feeling better, Mr.
I love
Street.
Nilo. Oh my god.
It's also
Nilo,
about
I
time
want
for us
you.
to go to our next destination.
We'll be looking forward to your performance at the tavern.
Okay.
We've got one final stop. Let's go.
Take it and have fun.
The wind rises.
Oh wait, I forgot to change my category. Or maybe it didn't save or something. I should do that.
Oh, my dear Citrus. Please tell me you're joking. We can't have you out of commission with the tavern about to reopen.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm sorry, Grandpa Almond. It's the truth. I was just too excited for the reopening and must have fallen asleep in an awkward position.
Grandpa Almond, we're here to help.
Oh, hazelnuts on high.
Hazelnuts on
You
high,
could
what's an
not have
expression?
come at a better time. Please allow me to introduce you. This is the bartender of the Calligraphy Tavern, Miss Citrus.
She's so tall.
Miss Citrus is supposed to add all kinds of delicious fruits to the magic tonic. Her additions are what turn it into the finest brew in the land. She's indispensable to the operation of the tavern.
I appreciate the kind words, Grandpa Almond, but... my neck.
Are you alright?
Terrible timing. Getting a kink in my neck at a time like this?
Relatable.
You give my tail a little twist. That should help free up the movement in my neck. I would do it myself, but I can't reach my own, and Grandpa Almond is too old and as light as a feather.
The neck and tail are...
Of course they're connected. Just like how you can't have a rainbow without rain. Anyway, you just need to position me at the right height to pick the fruits. And then put them in the barrel over there.
Alright.
This doesn't seem quite right.
Oh, add again, goddammit. I get 0 notification.
This doesn't seem quite right. This doesn't seem quite right. Perfect. My neck feels much better.
So there really is some kind of connection between your neck and tail.
Thank you so much, everyone.
That's another problem solved!
Unnecessary.
Alright, sorry about the ad. Once again, at least in OBS I get like 0 notification, which is annoying. Bleh.
Quit following me. Behold!
Well, since we've taken care of most of the tasks, all we need to do now is reopen the tavern.
But we still don't know how to use the magic of this world. We don't even know why the tavern closed in the first place.
Oh, what about the method that one hamster mentioned? You should try it, Nilu.
You mean
Look, I'm still getting a
the
lot of
creation
background
magic
noise.
his grandfather saw outside the Hut of Blessings? I wonder. How exactly did the goddess of creation give them life?
Maybe to understand it. Just give it a try.
Yeah,
Everyone here calls
right, I
you
need to
the
mess with my
forest
settings a
fairy.
bit more.
Maybe you have the magic powers already and you just don't know it.
In other words, this forest is a stage. And all I need to do is step out into the spotlight? Sounds just like a fairy tale.
Well, we are surrounded by talking origami animals and magic potions after all. Almost seems like anything's possible in this place.
You're right, Paimon. We won't know anything unless we try. In that case, let's see. This is how you do it, right? I think I got the folds right.
That is some impressive
Oh,
origamiing.
your origami skills are great!
I once saw one of our prop people making something similar. It looked really cool. So I took some time during my break to learn the basics.
The basics. Make
It's
something
not a
like
bad
this.
way to stave off sleepiness either.
Well, how do you feel? Sense any,
Sorry, I'm crunchy.
magical powers flowing through you?
No.
No? What are we missing?
Yeah, the abracadabra. Also, is abracadabra a well-known expression in English? Because this is very much like a creation... I don't know, it's like the stock magic phrase in Russian. But I don't know if it's a thing in English, or if this is supposed to be exotic for the English speakers.
Magic words? But how am I supposed to know what the goddess said to bring them to life?
Focus on what you want to say.
Oh, good point! You're the forest fairy, Nilu! What do you want to say to the new resident of your domain?
Oh my god! She kisses it gently on the forehead. That's so cute!
I bestow
Okay, that was a
upon
very
you
fun
the
service angle.
blessings of the forest, and offer you a home in this land.
That was pure fun
Your
service.
name shall be Hadisara. May you bloom in this world as beautifully as the flower I love.
Aww.
My name is Padisara.
Aww. She did it!
It worked! It actually worked!
Oh my god, Neil is so
Well,
best
peel
girl.
my shell and call me a nut. I never imagined I'd witness such a miracle at my age. It's just like what the stories said about the goddess of creation.
Shell? Miracle?
Nice to meet you, Padisara. I'm Nilu, the fairy of this forest. From this day forward, this place is now your home.
Hello, Fairy Nilu.
I hope you'll grow up happily in this forest.
Aww, so cute.
Grow up.
Oh, you can leave the little one with old Almond for now. Oh,
Did they
this
actually grow?
sure brings back memories. It's been such a long time since we last held a welcome ceremony. Here, Padisara. Come to Grandpa Almond.
Well, now that Nilu has mastered the goddess's magic, we should be able to reopen the tavern, right?
I want Neely to kiss me on the forehead too.
Grandpa Almond, could you send a few people to check the underground space beneath the tavern?
Oh, of course. May I ask why?
The moment I used magic, I sensed something strange down there. I have a feeling it's connected to why the tavern had to close down.
Of course.
Something
Look
strange
into
in
it
there.
right away.
I'm saying
Make
nothing.
sure you listen to Grandpa Almond, Padisara. Don't go running off on your own.
Padisara. Listen. Running.
Hey, come back here, you! Wait!
Yep, that's Nilu's creation, all right. She's got so much energy. Anyway, how did you manage it, Nilu?
Well, all I did was say my wishes for her out loud. Maybe the magic is in the words themselves, just like the book said.
Cute. This is so cute.
This is seeming more like a fairy tale by the second.
I mean, we're somewhere called the Forest of Blessings, so it kind of makes sense.
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks this magic suits you perfectly, Nilu.
What about the Space Hunter Tavern? What have you so concerned?
When I brought Hadisara to life just now, I was able to sense the magic flowing through the forest, and the flowers and trees, and inside the creatures that live here. But for some reason, there's a hollowed out space beneath the tavern where I couldn't sense anything at all.
We're back, my lady.
That was fast.
You were right. There was something under the tavern that I've never seen before. It looked transparent and gave off a clinking sound when I knocked on it.
Transparent and clinking. Oh, I've got it!
Already?
You've got to use fairy tale logic, Paimon.
Ink bottle?
That's right. An empty ink
Throw a
bottle,
bottle?
to be exact. Still remember the taste of the magic tonic you took a sip of, Paimon?
Yeah, it was ink. Oh, Paimon gets it now!
Traveler, Paimon, will you come gather some ingredients with me? I learned what we need to make the magic tonic back in the Hut of Blessings.
Sure thing! What do we need to get?
A setting sun that never sets, a dragon that cannot fly, and a moon that only shines at night.
Where are we supposed to find crazy things like that?
She means Sensei snapdragons and Neolipala lotuses. Wait, they have Neolipala lotuses?
What? How did you get that so fast?
Fairy tale logic.
Logic, huh?
Oh. Oh, wait. Try a Nilo. Wait. Am I hearing? Is it movement I'm hearing downstairs? Do I have to go sooner than I thought? Well, actually, this is later than they said they would be here, so... Trial Nilo, hooray!
With all my strength!
Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Also, I actually really like that she's barefoot on the skin. It was cool. Oh. Oh wait, also I just realized. I have... Oh wait, but I have non-Hydro and Dendro characters on my thing.
The wind rises. Upon the gale.
That should be everything, right? What should we do now?
Let's go back to the Hut of Blessings.
I'll grab a few more. My game's lagging a little bit. Oh wait, no more Trial Nilo. She has disappeared.
Behold!
I wonder if still the best exploration person.
Quit following me.
Give me just a second. I'm
I
gonna
thought I
go
heard
fetch an
someone
ink
downstairs,
bottle
but
from the other
I
room.
think I was wrong. I don't think they're here yet.
Paimon doesn't get it. All the ingredients are super tasty, but somehow the final product turns into ink. Well, anyway, Paimon's not going anywhere near this stuff this time. Not even if you bribed her.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's see. According to the book, first you do this, then this, and then... It's done!
Wow, magic sure makes everything super convenient.
Magic tonic. Alright. Grandpa Almond. Here's some ink. Ooh, nice. He got his color back.
Yes, this is it. This is exactly the magic tonic we need.
Grandpa Almond, could you take the concoction to the room underneath the tavern and place it next to the transparent bottle you found? I'll handle the rest.
Of course. As you command, so it shall be done.
I still get nervous at times like this. It's just like when you step on stage and you can tell that every single person's gaze is fixed right on you.
Relax, Nilu.
Thanks, you two. I can't tell you how great it is to have you by my side. Almost makes me feel like I've been blessed by the goddess of fate, too. Let's go.
Oh my god, I'm passing her.
Shouldn't keep everyone
She's so
waiting.
good. She's so good.
The wind rises.
It is quite sad looking here.
Forest, please heed my words and accept my blessings. May your spring of wondrous magic never run dry. And may all who call you their home lead happy, fulfilling lives.
Is it gonna work? And Nilo has some serious powers. So pretty, yeah.
Fairy Nilu is amazing.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Wow. It's so pretty. What a beautiful cavern.
It matches the scenery of the forest perfectly. I was so surprised when it suddenly opened up like that. Just like a pop-up book.
I remember now. I remember everything. It was me. I was the one who went to the top of Constellation Metropole and witnessed the goddess's prophecy. The hero who shall save this world will descend upon the cliff of prophecy. The hero, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world.
So the prophecy really did have all the answers. You just forgot the first half.
That's why I was waiting near the cliff of prophecy. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. There's still some hope left for old Armand after all.
Is the Cliff of Prophecy that place with the huge
I like how this
hero?
sounds so super
'Cause
British.
that is where we woke up, but we don't remember anything about how we got there. Also, we didn't get a change of clothes like Nilu. Are we definitely the heroes?
If not you, then who else? You've already helped the fairy revitalize our forest. To us, that makes you heroes. Prophesized or not.
I feel like Nilo did most of the work.
All right. Either way, we're going to keep adventuring, even if it's just to figure out how we can get back to our world.
We can also help resolve your dragon problem along the way.
Yep, we've beaten up plenty of dragons already, so what's one more?
True.
As expected, the words of the goddess of prophecy always come true.
Anyway, where's
I'll
Wander
come
at?
with you. It can't hurt to have a magical fairy tag along, right?
It would be our honor, milady.
Heroes and fairies, dragons and new adventures. This is sounding more and more like a fairy tale by the second.
Mm-hmm.
I would say your next stop should be Constellation Metropole. It's Simulanka's most prosperous city, just across the sea. Once you've arrived at the Astral Garden at the highest point in the city, maybe you can try seeking divine counsel from the goddess of prophecy herself.
Alrighty.
Are you leaving, Fairy Nilu? I'm afraid so. There are still other people who need my help. I won't go far, though, and I'll come back to visit the minute I have time to spare. So be a good girl, Patisara, and help out Grandpa Almond whenever you can, alright?
And take a short dump and lurk.
Patty
Okay.
Sarah will wait
Thank you
here
for
for you.
joining, Prime. I might be done soon anyway.
That's a good girl.
But have a nice nap.
Sarah. I almost forgot. If Constellation Metropole is where you're heading, you'll need to take the Maritime Express.
Ooh, we
I'll
get to
head
take
to
a
the
boat.
station first thing tomorrow morning and wake up that lazy station master for you. Why don't you take a break for the rest of the day?
I think I might trouble sleeping, it's too hot.
Scenery of the forest before you go.
Sounds great! Paimon definitely feels tired after being on the go for so long. There's a spot in the tavern with Paimon's name on it.
Oh, sounds like someone's ready to order.
Oh, well, if you're offering. Paimon will take a glass of Buell fruit tonic. But hold the tonic.
No AC? Well, no, I live in the UK, there's no AC here. Not a thing. Yeah, nope, we're just raw dogging the heat. Oh yeah, you mentioned you're gonna be in London. London. Say raw dog. Too late, I've said it now. Yay, such gameplay. Well, at least the sky is pretty. How to survive London heat? I mean, it might not be so hot anymore by then. You never know.
Guess everything that happened yesterday wasn't just a dream then. Well, it's time for our next fairy tale adventure. We should head to the station Grandpa Almond told us about.
So yeah, I mean, it might be fine by the time you're there. Because usually there's like heat waves here and then they pass and then it's bearable. If you're staying at like a hotel, they might have AC there. You can put a wet towel on your shoulders, that tends to help. Airbnb, yeah, okay. Right, okay. I mean, I'm assuming you're going to be out and about, so just make sure to stay hydrated. That's important. And wear sunscreen. And... oh, for me, I found that electrolyte drinks really help if I'm sweating a lot. Because I get really bad symptoms. I'm really intolerant to heat. I get like really bad symptoms. And I get like headaches and my blood pressure drops a lot. From like sweating too much in general, like heat intolerance. So I found that electrolyte drinks really help. You can buy them in a pharmacy. They might say that it's for diarrhea, but it can also be used just if it's a hot day. Really helped me out at the festival when I was volunteering a week ago.
Lazy bones.
Yeah, I tried to stay in the shade.
I can't remember how to call the train.
But hopefully it won't be too bad by the time you hear.
Then I'm sure I'll remember.
Don't try to pull one over on me, young man. Your fading disorder has been cured. I saw you chugging cup after cup of magic tonic in the tavern last night.
You must be mistaken, Grandpa Almond. That guy definitely wasn't me.
Oh no, the yawns are contagious even in games.
Then it seems like you're all better. You had no idea who I was when you were fading. Now, enough of your nonsense. Get up. The fairy and her friends are going to be here any second.
All right, I'm up. The Maritime Express should be here soon.
That's more like it. Lie there any longer and you'll start gathering dust.
Is everything okay?
The hero, his pixie companion, and the forest fairy. Oh, I didn't know you were already here. Merciful macadamias. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Oh, it's all right. Paimon knows the feeling. Who doesn't want to sleep in first thing in the morning?
Does the Maritime Express run out of Constellation Metropole?
Yes. Each train needs a conductor to operate, and the conductors are always from the capital. The more difficult maneuvers are a little too complicated when you're made of paper.
Oh, So you mean the people of Constellation Metropole aren't origami animals like you?
Well, the city welcomes visitors from all over the world, so you're bound to run into some forest dwellers there. But yes, generally speaking, the residents of Constellation Metropole look quite different from us. Ah, you'll see for yourself soon enough. Here comes the train.
Oh, cute. It's a water train.
Pleasure to meet you, everyone. My name is Will, and I'll be the conductor
It's a
for your
Minecraft
journey
person.
today. I'm assuming you're the ones who called the train.
Whoa, it's a little toy man!
Yes, we called the train. The hero and the forest fairy need a ride to Constellation Metropole.
The hero and the forest fairy, the ones from the prophecy. Oh, why didn't you say so earlier? We could have prepared a far more luxurious train. I'll just go back and get a better one.
That's okay, Mr. Wheel. We're trying to get to the city as fast as possible. We just need you to get us across the sea. In your capable hands, I'm sure we'll get there in no time.
Of course, my lady. It would be
Or maybe
an
it's like a
honor.
Lego man. I don't know.
Well,
He has
then,
Lego
all
heads.
aboard, sit anywhere you like. We'll get a stunning view of Simulanka no matter where you're seated.
Let's go. Train, 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 train.
Breakfast.
Did one of you just say something?
Not me.
Wasn't me either. Breakfast. Oh, come back. Sounds like the voice is coming from inside the train.
Oh my god, her boy is so cute. Look at that. Beans.
Chicken drumsticks.
The beans. The beans. The beans. The beans. The beans. The beans.
Gotcha.
Beans. Beans.
What's Kirara doing here?
Ah. Oh my god, look at her. So cute. Cute as a button. I want to pet her. Oh my god. The way she's holding her tail. Oh my god, my heart. She's so cute. She's so adorable. Eating her own tail. Aww. The boy that voiced it is
she
really
a
nice
friend of
as well.
yours?
Oh, let Paimon introduce you. This is Kirara. She's... Oh, wait. Actually, maybe we should wake her up first.
Don't think AI could do that. The cat
So
noises.
noisy. Is it morning already?
It's meowing. Good meowing. Oh, the traveler read my mind. We're on the same wavelength.
Morning. Huh? Huh?
Oh my god, her outfit's so
Traveler!
cute.
Paimon!
Can't believe I'm
It's
getting it
you?
for free. Look at her,
Which
she's a
means-
little bus on the boots. She's so
Oh,
cute.
thank goodness.
She's
it was
so
all a dream
adorable.
after all.
Adorable. Cute,
gotta
cute,
hand it
cute,
to my
cute, cute.
imagination. It all felt super real. There were these toy people, but they were alive and they could talk.
Yeah, the bow ears.
Madam, sleeping
I like that
overnight in a
too,
train
because she
car
doesn't have
is
cat ears.
prohibited.
Because she's a Nekomata. But they suggest the cat ears with her design. In her old design, and then this one too.
It wasn't just a dream?
This is the skin.
It's alright, Kirara. Apparently we're in a world called Simulanka. We got here yesterday, too.
It's so adorable, oh my gosh, I love it.
Simulanka? So,
This is a little
that's what
poor
it's called.
thing.
I spent all day yesterday wandering
Adorable.
around this one city. The toy people called it Constellation Metropole. I was trying to find a way to get back home. I was seriously starting to think I had gotten on the bad side of some great yokai and gotten swallowed whole. I take it you're Inazuman then, Miss Kirara?
She sure is. But, Kirara here is kinda special.
Also, I can see her
introduce
butt
you
from those
for real
shorts, so
this
there's that
time.
too.
Kirara is a Nekomata from Inazuma. She works as a courier for Komanie Express.
Nyamazon.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nilu, a member of Zubair Theater. You can usually find us performing in Sumeru City's Grand Bazaar. Right now, though, I suppose I should introduce myself as the Fairy of the Forest of Blessings. Oh, you're Nilu! I've heard a lot about you from my deliveries in Sumeru.
I even saw one of your performances back in the day. You're an amazing dancer. But, did you say you were a forest fairy?
Oh, yeah, that's her new identity here in Simulanka. Oh, speaking of new identities, looks like you got a new outfit yourself, Kirara!
Everybody's a VTuber
Yeah,
now.
I know! It confused the heck out of me yesterday. I just woke up in a set of brand new clothes I'd never seen before.
That must mean you have a big part to play here, too!
Oh my god, these clothes are so cute! Oh my god. I keep saying it, but oh. Nakamata in boots, yeah!
Is that a thing? I guess I am wearing a pair of boots, but still.
She looks
Did
so
you by
good.
any chance hear a voice speaking
Also
to
her
you
feet,
before you got
her
here,
cat
Miss
kitty
Kirara?
feet, so cute.
A voice. Oh, yeah, I
Like
did
in
hear
social
something,
dressing.
but I was so
It's
freaked out
magical
my
girl
tails got all tangled.
transformation.
So I, didn't catch much of what was said.
Relatable.
Sorry for the interruption, but this Nekomata friend of yours, she doesn't eat hamsters, does she?
Or frogs?
Oh, no need to worry, little guys. I would never do something like that. Well, unless I've been out in the wild too long without anything to eat. Oh, speaking of eating, I am getting a little hungry.
Oh no. Uh-oh. They're made of paper, they're not tasty.
Your manners, everyone. This young lady is a trusted friend of our esteemed hero. Now, I know a fear of felines is etched into us with ink, but I'm certain Miss Nekomata in boots here means us no harm.
Sure looks like you're keeping your distance, though.
Everything is
Grandpa
tasty if you're
Hammond.
hungry, yeah.
You will have nothing to fear, I promise. I met some origami animals in Constellation Metropole yesterday, and I even made sure to retract my claws so I didn't hurt them by accident.
Cute.
Plus, you all look just about as tasty as the cardboard boxes I deliver. Not that I tried to eat you even if you did look tasty. Promise.
Please excuse us, Mom. It's just an unconscious reaction.
Mom.
Dear passengers, it's almost time for us to depart.
Oh my god, look at this little duck,
Whoops.
cute.
This turned into a pretty long conversation, didn't it? Alright, let's
Oh,
get
ad
on the
break
train.
again.
You coming with
Yeah.
us, Kirara?
Mm-hmm. I'll ride with you to the next stop. There's a place near the Metropole that caught my eye yesterday, so I want to go explore it today.
Alright, since there's an ad break, I'm gonna take a break myself as well. I'll be right back. Okay, Rumi and guests have actually just arrived, so I'm going to just like finish this this cutscene or this bit of the quest, I guess, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll read out. Maybe we'll just finish up.
Then all that remains for me to say is, on behalf of the Forest of Blessings, thank you once again for all you've done for us.
All right.
May the goddess of fate be with you and bless your journey, Madam Fairy, Miss Nekomata in boots, and our brave heroes. Please do visit us in the Forest of Blessings again, once peace has returned to this land.
We will. We'll definitely meet again.
Take care, Grandpa Almond.
Oh.
Quit following me.
Alright, let's just finish this bit, because I want to unlock the new area, so I can play that. Ooh, that's fun. I like that. Cute. Look at us. Oh, and they're both looking at me. Nice. Right.
Have a safe trip!
Oh, wait. Undo.
Wow, a train ride over the sea?
Focus.
What an incredible
Oh my god, it's a little
view!
duck. Cute.
Please keep your head and arms inside the train at all times. We don't want anyone falling into the sea.
Right, let's sit with the gals. Oh, it's so pretty.
There's a train coming the other way too! Hey!
Oh, so there is?
And now that the fading disorder is cured, I'm sure the forest will be a lively place again in no time.
I gotta go explore that forest at some point. It looked so pretty from the train. I just hope they, won't be too scared of me.
We'll be arriving at our destination shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Here we are! Constellation Metropole is right over there. It's a short walk from here to
That's
the
a little
Gear Sky
wooden
Ladder,
duck.
which will
Cute.
take you right to Metropole Square. And
You
thank
bet they're
again
gonna
for
make merch
choosing
of these.
Maritime Express.
Great! And thanks to you for a smooth and pleasant journey, Mr. Wheel.
The train cars were comfortable and spacious, and I had a great night's sleep. I'll definitely be back.
As you wish, ma'am.
Where should we go next? Is that place you wanted to check out nearby?
Mm-hmm. I took a walk around yesterday, and it felt like there was something weird about it. So, I think I'll indulge my curiosity and go investigate.
Want us to come with you?
It's okay. You guys go ahead and visit the Metropole for now. Hopefully, that's where you'll be able to find out some more about this world. I pretty much explored the whole place from the rooftops yesterday, but for some reason, this is the place that caught my attention. You know what I mean, right? Like, when you get a stone stuck in your claw or something, it keeps nagging at you to dig it out, but you can't focus on anything else until you do.
Not that
Don't worry,
specific
if you
situation,
run
but
into any
yes.
trouble, I'll be there faster than you can say gold level courier of the Komania Express.
She's so sweet.
Fair enough. We'll head to the Metropole then. Guess this is where we say bye for now.
Stay safe, Kirara.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about me. Let's not forget, I'm a yokai.
Too slow.
Alrighty. Cool. Is that a world quest? Seems like we have a get out of world
Are
quest.
you guys already finished with everything in the Metropole?
Nope.
No need to prioritize me. There's just this place I really want to go check out. Feel free to get back to me once you've got everything sorted out. Sure. Don't worry.
Actually, I will accept this. Maybe I could do that on stream.
Hey, are you guys already finished with no need to prioritize. Great! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before.
Oh, I didn't think it was gonna be one of those ones.
Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look.
Oh.
You wanna check out the area over there? Okay, I'll wait here for you.
Why is he doing so little damage?
Know your place.
No, seriously, what's up with that?
Behold. The wind rises.
Oh yeah, I forgot this mouse isn't good at Genshin.
Wretched vermin.
This mouse is not good for playing
Take it
Genshin
and have
because
fun.
for some reason it doesn't want to be clicked rapidly. I forgot. But I mean, the story is obviously fine.
Quit following me.
I don't actually want to do the Kirara quest, I just thought it started. And then I could do it later.
You wanna check out the area over there? Okay, I'll wait here for you.
Alright, be prepared to wait for the next week or so. Just wanna get the thing in there. And then I think we'll finish up because I have guests.
Behold.
What is the thing? I want thingy. Thingy, give it to me. Oh, okay, I see it.
The wind rises.
Right. Wanderer, once again the best character for exploring. Alrighty, cool. Let's see.
Relax.
I
You
think
I've
I'm
got
going
a
to
sharp
raid.
tongue? I just tell it like it is.
Wanderer, can you shut
If
up, please?
someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Shut up. Shh, shut that. I think I'm going to raid Oak Tea Party. She's an artist and she draws a lot of Genshin, so... And she's really friendly. I mean, yeah. I think she was one of the first people I ever raided. And I didn't know much about like raiding etiquette back then, but she was super friendly, so... Might as well. come and say hi since it's been a while. And now I can bring a few more people to her, so yeah, feel free to say hi. And if you want to, you can put this on chat. I'm uncreative, I know. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching and joining me for this slightly spicy stream. And yeah. Awesome. Well, that means we're on the same wavelength, and that means that that's what's going to happen. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the
There's
spicy
no
stream.
need to exchange pleasantries.
Wanderer, shut up.
It's rather pathetic to force a
Shut
conversation
it, Twink.
just to occupy silence.
Shut it. Shh. Same warmly. Yes. Alright, yeah, I'll see you all later. I think I want to do the rest of the stream, at least until we meet Wanderer. So do the rest of the story, so there might be a few more Genshin streams coming in the near future. So yeah, anyways, let's go and say hello. Shadow Twink. Yeah. Do 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 do. Goodbye, everyone.